Hey everyone, the AI trend has been on fire for investors in 2024, and Nvidia has been the main beneficiary. So investors coming in today are asking, should they buy some other AI stock instead of Nvidia? Specifically, should you buy Oracle stock maybe instead of Nvidia? I'm going to address that question in this video. I'm going to compare Oracle and Nvidia and answer which one I think is the better investment today. Let's take a look, starting with revenue comparisons. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. All right, so when we compare Nvidia to Oracle in terms of trailing 12-month revenue, you can see Oracle had been well ahead of Nvidia for the better part of the last decade. That is until the investing frenzy of 2023 and Nvidia absolutely exploding to $79.77 billion. Of course, this is sales. These are actual results. This isn't just the stock price. The frenzy, what I meant by the investing frenzy, was investing from companies to build out their artificial intelligence capabilities. These were companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Oracle that were investing billions of dollars to build out their AI infrastructure capabilities. Tesla, another company building with its XAI now, Elon Musk building the XAI, I should say. Hard to distinguish Tesla from Elon Musk nowadays, but Elon Musk building out XAI, buying a lot of NVIDIA's GPUs, also buying NVIDIA's GPUs for Tesla. And so these companies investing aggressively to build their AI infrastructure, and you can see how that benefited NVIDIA. Their revenue tripled from $25 billion to over $79 billion in a short time frame, and now it's eclipsed Oracle in terms of trailing 12-month revenue. Meanwhile, Oracle in the latest 2 quarters has reported that its backlog of orders has surged. So now Oracle is getting the benefit of increasing sales because of artificial intelligence. Now you could see Oracle's revenue growth over the last year and a half already bumping up, and it wouldn't surprise me to see that bump up even further. Management has forecasted accelerating revenue growth going forward on the back of the rising effectiveness of AI. Still, I don't think Oracle will approach Nvidia in terms of total revenue or total revenue growth anytime in the next 2 years. Now, I wanted to compare these two on their operating profitability. Again, you can see Oracle had been ahead of Nvidia for the better part of the last decade. That is until the recent surge, Nvidia jumping nearly twice the amount of operating profitability of Oracle at 59.84% in trailing 12-month operating profit margin compared to Oracle with a 30% operating profit margin. Going forward, I fully expect Nvidia's operating profit margin to be higher than Oracle, at least for the next 2 years, I would say. There is some visibility into Nvidia's sales and profit margin for the next couple of years. As Nvidia has stated, its next generation Blackwell technology, there's more demand than there is supply. And so that means it's going to be able to generate premium prices, premium profit margins for the Blackwell technology. And then it's already announced the successor to that, the Rubin technology, which is also highly in demand. So its profit margins likely to remain elevated. And Oracle is likely to experience a higher profit margin as well going forward, but not as much as Nvidia. I don't expect Oracle to catch Nvidia in operating profit margin, again, at least for the next couple of years, but I do expect Oracle's profitability to improve going forward as it's gaining significant traction. Its backlog for orders is jumping by the billions of dollars. So Oracle is doing well as well, capitalizing on the back of rising effectiveness of AI. A similar story with cash flow from operations to sales. Oracle had held this advantage for the better part of the last decade, and then Nvidia again eclipsed Oracle 50.8% compared to 35%. And a similar story, I expect Nvidia will maintain this lead. Nvidia's business model, where it outsources the manufacturing of its GPUs, has worked well for its cash flow management. It doesn't hold on to inventory for very long. It outsources the manufacturing, and then it comes to Nvidia briefly before it sells it. And nowadays, with the backlog and the demand that exceeds supply for Nvidia hardly even touches that inventory. The production is already spoken for the most part. So before it even comes to Nvidia might just tell Taiwan Semiconductor, hey, let us give you the address and just ship it directly to our customers. And most likely it's either going to be Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, Oracle, Tesla, or Elon Musk's XAI are the big, widely known customers right now for NVIDIA's GPUs. So NVIDIA might just say, hey, just ship it directly to them instead of it coming to us first and then us shipping it out over there. The return on invested capital is what I have on the screen right now. And this metric measures how good a company is at using investor money and turning it into profit. And so this measure uses the company's capital, and then they generate profits, and the exchange between those two tasks determines what their return on invested capital is. So this punishes companies that use massive amounts of capital to generate lower and lower amounts of profitability. And this is one of the reasons why I've highlighted I did not like car companies, because car companies use massive amounts of capital because the building and manufacturing of vehicles is a capital-intensive process that does not end, meaning you don't invest once $5 billion or $10 billion to build out your manufacturing facility and then reap the benefits of the rewards. That's not the case. You invest $10 billion in your manufacturing, then 2 or 3 years later, you need to reinvest, upgrade the technology, because if you don't, your competitors are upgrading the technology and they're going to be able to produce vehicles with latest and more greatest technology that you're not going to have, and you're going to become obsolete. So there's always billions and billions of dollars of required capital investment in the industry, and the profit margins that come back are not worthwhile. They're not large profit margins. And so that's why I've said the car industry has been unattractive for me, and especially electric vehicles, right? And because that they're not even generating profits for the most part, other than outside of Tesla and a few other Chinese EV companies. But for the most part, they're not even generating profit, and they're pouring in billions and billions of dollars. Unattractive. But if you look at here, return on invested capital, Nvidia, 93.75%, remarkably high. And that's nearly 9 times as high as Oracle's 11.2% in return on invested capital. And Nvidia has done a good job on this metric for the better part of the last decade, but in the recent year and a half, it's really exploded, given the surging revenue and surging profitability and the effectiveness of its spending on research and development. In the latest quarter, Nvidia spent roughly 10% of its revenue on research and development, so about $2 to $3 billion on research and development, and the return they're getting on those investments has been significant. The innovations they're developing based on their research and development has been significant. That skill, that's what makes Nvidia stock so attractive. The skill in innovating, the demonstrated capability over 2 decades now that they've been innovating in this space. That's the primary reason why investors are excited about Nvidia stock. And finally, I wanted to compare these two on valuation. Clearly, Nvidia was better than Oracle on every metric we looked at. So the only question remains the valuation difference. If Nvidia and Oracle were the same price, Nvidia stock would be a no-brainer. But here, Nvidia stock is almost twice as expensive as Oracle, trading at a forward PE of 36.7 compared to 19.85 for Oracle. So there is a disparity in valuation. Still, I feel Nvidia has earned that premium. So if I had to pick between these two, I would say Nvidia is the better AI stock to buy today. But I like both of these stocks. I have Oracle rated as a buy, as well as Nvidia. Nvidia is rated as one of my top 25 stocks to buy right now. So I still like Nvidia better than Oracle right now. Before I let you go, let me tell you about the greatest deal on YouTube. With just a click of a button, you can get free financial analysis from a professor with decades of investing experience. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon.